YouTube, man? Back with another little video today. For I'm saying we got something crazy as usual. You already know it be going on the channel every single day. It don't stop you. For I'm saying, hope y'all having a good day. If it's not going good, it will get better. You feel I'm saying? We don't look at the negative. We dive deep into the positive. You feel I'm saying? But Pete, before we get into today's video, man, like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel, smash that bell. See what this video talk about, man. You already know we get straight to business on here.
Shit, bitch, and we out here on the sets. Ain't worried about none of that.
It was times Dooski, like real life, like was blocking out family, the whole world, like just to be on the block.
Chicago police are trying to figure out who shot 6 people outside of this afternoon.
And police say they heard a barrage of shots just after noon. They were coming from across the street for a local musician known as Dooski the Man was letting out. His real name is Vantrease Chris. He was killed by gunfire earlier this month.
It was just like a hailstorm of gunshots. It was at least 40 to 50 shots.
It was like they took him right before he could, you know, just live his dream.
That's crazy. A savage murder of M.O.B. Dooski. Oh, man. Here we go.
Vantrease Chris, known to the music world as Dooski the Man, was on his way to building a legacy in the music world before the lifestyle he lived caught up to him. In the streets of Chicago, plagued with rival gangs, taunting and plotting on the lives of their enemies, Dooski the Man made a name for himself as one of those persons who shouldn't be crossed. He was affiliated with the gang set known as MOB, which stands for Mind on Business. Dooski the Man was known to some of the most ruthless in the city and was affiliated with other gang sets like STL and EBT, which the late famous FBG Duck and Dooski was affiliated with, both of whom Dooski the Man called friends.
Got this done.
Don't come and strike that M.O.B. shit, bitch. And we out here on the sets. Ain't worried about none of that.
Wow.
6-1 shit.
They were Wooski. They were Wooski. She one of his homies. Y'all already know we did the video on Wooski. Y'all ain't check that out, go check that out. It was a dope video. But now we got one of his homeboys. Another deadly shooter. Deadly shooter out here slinging that iron. Like, y'all be out here tweaked out. Real talk, bro. I don't want no smoke.
Hold on, wait.
Let me see down there.
Oh,
yeah, not so me here. Let me come in.
They want to talk, we don't want to talk.
What you doing?
Drop the location. On live. What's up?
The problem with this lifestyle was that Dooski had a reputation based on his actions. There were no rules of engagement. Once blood ran, then the other side was out for revenge, and the vicious cycle continues in a loop. It was only a matter of time before that cycle made its way right back around to the feet of Dooski the Man. His gang affiliation with MOB, who were mainly gangster disciples, brought with it the anger of one of their main rivals, the 600 Gang, comprised of mainly black disciples. The two were not so far away from each other, as with many of the gang turfs in the Chicago area. That means staying in the location and continuing along the same dangerous path increases the chance of losing your life, a lesson Dooski the Man never heeded. He would witness firsthand how fickle life in that line of living could be when he lost his friend Brian Weekly to the streets. Weekly was a fellow MOB gang affiliate who was known by his alias Mob Scrap, and multiple attempts were made on his life in previous times. But on June 7th, 2014, his rivals succeeded in ending his life. Reports state that at about 1:30 a.m. Saturday, officers responded to a call of shots fired in the 5600 block of South Wabash.
What are you doing outside at 1:30 a.m. on the block? What is you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying, huh?
Ash Avenue,
Like,
18-year-old Brian Weekly and a 20-year-old man, both of whom had suffered multiple gunshot wounds and were unresponsive in an alley. Weekly, of the 1400 block of West 79th Street, was pronounced deceased at the scene. The 20-year-old was taken to John H. Stroger Jr. Hospital of Cook County in critical condition. Dooski the Man lost his friend and gangmate to the same thing that took many others close to him, but instead of realizing that the end result down that path he walked wasn't a happy ending, he instead dived deeper into the darkness of the lifestyle. Oftentimes, he was high off substances, but it wasn't simply something he enjoyed doing, but more of a coping mechanism through all the loss and pain he endured.
That is right there.
The loss of Scrappy really cut him deep. Dedicating a song to his friend titled Letter to Scrap, his pain could be heard layered over every word. He would begin carrying on Scrap's legacy by embracing the name Scrap Gang in his verbiage and songs. But Dooski took it a step further. He wanted revenge, and he often lurked on the streets late at night to find rivals to retaliate upon.
Corner, B. I can't wait to catch a 555. Now we on 59th and King Drive. Drop the mask. Now we finna go to the O.
Now we gonna let y'all know our every move. Y'all sliding your ops. Pulling up on your ops on live.
I know we ain't finna see nobody.
No, this ain't live. This is his story.
Like, this shit be funny as hell, bro. Like, why is he keeping in they blocks, bro?
According to his best friend, Ruga, in a later interview, Dooski the Man was one of the Chicago rappers at the time who was making headway in the music industry, but he couldn't stay away from the dangerous lifestyle.
Dooski like was in the, we all was in the streets, don't get me wrong. But I'm trying to get out of it. Like, I'm trying to do the music, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to kind of branch out from it, you know. Dooski was too, but it was like he was in there, he was out there.
He was in there. There was no getting up out of there. He was in there all the way. He was not playing, slinging that on. He was ready to die about there. Look what happened. He did.
Popping pills and you know, living that, he was lit, you know what I'm saying? He was lit before me. He had the music lit.
Slowly, they started drifting apart, but not due to being at odds. Ruga recalled wanting to focus on music, but Dooski, the Man, couldn't let the gang lifestyle go. Eventually, they'd have a conversation where Dooski told him honestly what had been eating away at him all this time. Dooski, the Man, was going through a lot. The losses and the trauma of his environment were taking a toll to the point where he blocked out everything and everyone and drowned it all out in substances and dangerous lifestyle.
It was this experience of seeing him go through his whole life phase. It was a time he came to me and he talked to me. He was like, brother, I ain't gonna lie, I've been going through it, like real life. He told me, like, it was times Dooski, like real life, like, was blocking out family, the whole world, like, just to be on the block.
That conversation with his close friend was exactly what he needed. In that moment, Dooski made the decision to focus on his growing music popularity and stepped away from the violent lifestyle. For a minute, it seemed like he was going to hold the opportunity so many wanted and rise to the top of the music industry. Sadly, less than 24 hours later, his life was taken.
It was just that whole experience of going through that. We sat down and we talked the day before he died.
Oh no, y'all saying that he just said it like he took a long step away. I thought he was saying like he took a long step away, but he had to go back to the action. I thought that's what he was finna say. You feel me? He talking about 24 hours later, bro. What the fuck? How do you know he was really gonna step away? If it was like, man, what? That's crazy, bro.
Like, literally came to my house and he spoke to me. He told me, like, I love you, bro. Love the way you move. You always push me to be better. I want to do this music shit, bro. I'm finna cut off everything, and this is what we finna do.
That's great.
According to Chicago police, on October 9th, 2018, at around 3:30 p.m., Dooski the Man was in the 5600 block of South Michigan Avenue with a female companion. Just before 4 p.m., a vehicle came their direction with shooters from inside the vehicle brandishing weapons and pulling the trigger. The female was wounded in the leg, while Dooski suffered a gunshot to the head. His condition was critical, and the clock was ticking on how much time he had left. But Dooski and the female companion were rushed to the University of Chicago Medical Center for treatment. Unfortunately, Dooski the Man was pronounced deceased at 4:33 p.m., while the woman escaped with her life. The woman suggested to the investigators that the shots may have come from a passing brown vehicle. However, the suspects were never found. Reports quickly began spreading online that the drive-by shooting that claimed the life of Dooski the Man, sparking mixed reactions from those who got the news. However, there was one group of people whose emotions and intentions were clear after his hit, and it was nothing other than a sinister feeling from their post. Dooski's affiliates wanted blood, pain, and revenge. revenge. As one affiliate said, the tears were finished shedding and the streets of Chicago
I done seen all these in that last video I was watching with Dooski, I believe.
were about to become a war zone. That was the extent of love and respect they held for their now slain friend. Although there was never an official arrest of a suspect, many fingers pointed to Dooski's rival, the 600 gang, as the culprits. This became an even greater speculation, with posts by members like Memo 600 laughing at Dooski's hit. But what dialed in the spotlight on 600
in the air. Wow. I muted it.
What dialed in the spotlight on 600 being responsible even more was when a member by that name of Waldo was hit just about 24 hours later, which many saw as retaliation. According to Chicago police, on October 10th, 2018, Waldo was standing on a sidewalk in the 200 block of East 63rd Street in the Parkway Gardens neighborhood around 4:30 p.m. when an unknown vehicle pulled up next to him and an offender inside the vehicle fired shots. A bullet struck him in the head, ending his life in the same manner as Dooski the Man. The revenge hits were on the rise, and just as every time before, so was the same now.
Hold on.
Hits were on the rise, and just
they got a picture of bro hit up, bust up, laying on the floor, bro. They got a whole picture of him. Wow.
Every time before, so was the same now. The cycle of bloodshed increased as emotions ran high for their slain affiliates. Dooski, who was close with Dooski, would come near to meeting his friend in the grave as his farewell service. He was at odds with the late Chicago gangster, King Von, oftentimes involved in arguments back and forth online. The day before the farewell service of Dooski was on a FaceTime call with said rival King Von and his other affiliates. It was on that call King Von could be heard saying that he had a surprise for Dooski.
Yeah, and it's crazy though, cause y'all really be on the phone with y'all ops. Y'all weird.
That's your big brother, yeah, you know what the fuck going on. That's your big brother, you know. I wish I could say one of y'all was my boys. We got all goofies over there.
Crazy, I ain't tell you what to do it tonight on
What y'all off the courage? What made y'all do it tonight?
Somebody else want to
We gonna surprise. It's time about tonight. We gonna surprise, bro. The bitches out for the free. But you talking about tonight.
King Von's affiliate, known by the alias E-Dog, also left a cryptic message via Twitter on the day of the farewell service that Dooski was scheduled to attend. It soon became clear that something was planned for that day when bullets began to fly at the service, hitting Dooski in the head.
Shit, I was in the church, you see what I'm saying, when that shit, when shots were going off and shit. I really don't even know what was like, you know, but I had my son, you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure my son and, you see what I'm saying, my immediate family all good in there, you see what I'm saying? Because I was done everything I loved in there, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
And police say they heard a barrage of shots just after noon. They were coming from across the street at a funeral for a local musician known as Dooski the Man was letting out. His real name is Van Treese Christ. He was killed by gunfire earlier this month. Witnesses today heard a couple of shots at first, apparently fired into the crowd. Then many more, several dozen more shots.
By some miracle, Dooski would survive, but not without serious mental trauma. He fought back to regain himself and was seen smiling and spending time with friends who came to visit him in the hospital.
What you mean? Fuck, I'm cheap. What you mean? What makes you think I'm cheap?
That's crazy.
He was lucky. Unlike his friend, it's sad sometimes because some of them, like Dooski, experience so much growing up that their minds are warped by the trauma. Their lives become controlled by their environment and turning to substances to help cope with it all. Dooski had musical talent and was ready to change his life around for the better. Unfortunately, he lost his life. If only he had the chance to escape, he would have been one of the greats in the industry today. Rest in peace, Dooski the Man.
But see, my thing is, though, I feel like they all do have the chance to escape, but they don't understand that they have the chance to escape. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know, because a lot of people really don't understand how the world works, and like they be lost. You feel me? And it's sad. And they just get spawned up. They ain't asked to be there. They get spawned up in Chicago GTA server, And it just happens, bro. It literally happens to everybody that's there, bro. That's crazy, bro. Dooski got lucky, he survived that shooting. Bro right here didn't survive the shooting, you feel me? Y'all be out here tweaking out in Chicago. Stay away. You feel what I'm saying? Stay back. Stay back. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all think. Y'all in there, hey, grind, get up out of there. Real talk, man. Y'all, let me know what y'all feel about this little video. You feel what I'm saying, bro? It's crazy, though, man. It's crazy. That's why I say don't smoke, don't drink, don't do none of that, because that's not going to help you solve your problem. It's just going to make your problems worse, or it's going to take you away from your problems for a little bit, and then they just come back. And the problem ain't solved. It don't make no sense. You feel what I'm saying, man? I don't know. Like the video, though. Share it. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that bell. Let me know if y'all want more Chicago lore on the channel. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gone. It's on with y'all, man.